I really need to renovate the University Commons lot in The Sims 4. I've just started a new university Let's Play, and this lot has always been just like the worst thing in this pack by far. Normally I use Little Simsy's version, and that is really good, and I really, really like that, but I think it's time. The number of times I've been here, we need to fix this. I mean, look, it's just so vast. This is the, the cafeteria. Why are these tables so far apart? There's a random TV on the wall over there. There's huge empty spaces everywhere. A ping pong table, and then there's like this little living room here. And then you go upstairs, and it doesn't get any better. Everything is just so far apart. We got robotics labs just in the open, a single chess table, research archives, computers, just random desks, I guess for doing homework and that. But it's just so not usable, like it is, but you waste so much time walking up here, and the distances are so vast, it just wastes so much time. And it's just so spread out that even when there are Sims here, it looks dead and empty. It's basically the same thing they did with the high school in high school years, where I don't know who is on these projects, but why is it so big and empty and just, it's so vast, you have to go walk so far to get anywhere. So with the high school, I built my own version back when it came out. And yes, this still looks massive, but there was very specific design considerations I put into this where it is still massive, but to actually, when you're actually playing this, I made sure that the upstairs is just completely empty, it's just decorative. That's not something that matters in a lot that you're actually trying to play in. And then down here, pretty much the entire school takes place just in this left half of the building. So we got a classroom here, there's one here as well. Sometimes they use that, but more typically they use this one. And then of course we've got the cafeteria over here, which is much tighter. We've got the gym in there, principal's office, we've got bathrooms. The lockers are in this hallway here. There are some over here, but of course you don't need to use those. And then everything over this side is basically just decorative. Like we got this lecture hall, which of course is not actually used. We've got this little study library, which Sims typically don't actually go over there. And then everything out here is just basically decorative. There's obviously things you can do. We even have this whole sort of cheerleading gymnasium area, and we also have a pool. But these are all things that I added on just to sort of fill it out. But when you're actually in the gameplay, this is what you're using. And that's where all of the Sims go, because that's where all the things they need are. So let's go ahead and apply that same design principle here to the Commons lot. So far everything is spread out. It's over 2 floors. I actually think I'm just gonna move everything onto the ground floor. I don't think there's a reason to actually go to the second floor. I think it's nice, but the lot is so big, it just doesn't need to be. But that doesn't mean I wanna make it small. I still want it to look big, and looking at these other buildings, I really like this angled glass side here. I think we could probably do that in this building. In fact, well, actually, something else I noticed. I've never looked that closely at this lot, to be honest. But of course, the roof is actually very cool because it's just a big open sloping roof. It looks great. However, they put all these ceiling lights in here, which doesn't make any sense because there's no ceiling. There's also a ceiling left there too, which is not supposed to be there. Anyway, many issues. So what we're gonna do, I think I wanna start with this frame of the building, so I'm gonna empty this out. I guess I'm sort of positioning this like a renovation. It's gonna be a major renovation. All right, I've ripped back all of the trimming, so there's no columns or lights or any of that stuff out here. Not even stairs. I removed all the landscaping. I left the little ponds because I actually like those. I mean, I might change where they are, but I like the idea of the water because we've got the water all around campus as well. That is a pretty big element. So we basically have the shell of the building. Upstairs, of course, just a shell as well. Downstairs, I've actually left the bathrooms there for now. But they might change. I don't know. There's also this empty room here I'm gonna get rid of. So basically now I actually wanna like carve into this, if that makes sense. So I wanna see, can we add this section, this design element of the glass on the side of this building? Oh, actually, another important thing to note, I did mention this earlier. You'd think that this is the front of the building where Sims spawn in, but no, when you travel here, you spawn in over here. So this is our front and our main entrance and where we're gonna focus all of our stuff. So let's work on the roof because that's gonna have the glass element. I'm gonna get rid of these windows in the actual roof piece because I need to adjust this. First thing I wanna do is I don't love how these walls are overlapping that corner, and I'm wondering if we can actually they put walls in there. Okay. I'm gonna wonder if we can do something about that. So if we just actually downsize this. Oh, and then over here, I think what we're gonna do, I think we could probably use this whole section as a glass window, right? Like that would be very cool. So if we just bring this all the way back to there, it also makes this roof a little bit smaller, which I kind of want to do. It's because it's very big, which is not a terrible thing because it kind of matches over there, but it also looks a lot worse than that building. So, you know, let's see what we can do basically. So to do a big glass roof window, let's just wall off this whole section and I'm just going to delete it and then see if we can place a roof in here that's going to work. Oh, I guess I should probably also work on this. Yeah, I got a few things to work on here. So this is going to go here. So the way I'm going to get, hopefully this corner to work is we just do extra roof pieces. This one's here, but stops there. Holding down shift, we extend this roof eave to just match that one so that it sticks up on that corner. And we might be able to, if we overlap the other roof, have this match that color. So if I bring this in one so it doesn't sit on that side, then we duplicate the roof, put it in that spot, move it all the way across, and then extend it to here. So now it's actually sitting there, paint that back to the white. We now have that darker color, or whatever color we're going to end up with. Extend that roof eave as well on this one, which actually doesn't need to be that big. I'm going to bring this all the way back over to here. And then this first piece also extend. So now the roof line is the same, but we have the walls continuing up, which looks a little neater. Now the downside of this is on the inside, we're actually going to have walls running through. So if we have a big open roof inside, which we may still do, you can see you just get these walls coming through. Which I don't think is going to be a problem just because we might just wall that off anyway. And also, like I said, I'm not really planning on using the upstairs, at least not at this stage. Okay, let's do this roof. Okay, I might just need to make a new roof. It's gonna be easier. Okay, so first of all, if I go right to the edge of the lot that's there, it doesn't quite reach, but that's okay. So we're gonna bring it up until it does. We basically wanna find a point where this connects to that roof basically seamlessly. And they're using this trim, but I think just in a black, aren't they? Yeah. So I'll do the same. So you can see how like this sticks up above. If there's a point we can get this to just connect without doing too much work, that's going to be the best option. I think I should bring that side eave in. Play around with sizes. Oh, here we go. Wait, this is good. So we can do a 4 deep slope up and it perfectly meets the edge. And you know it perfectly meets because it removes that eave in between, or the roof trim rather, I should say, in between. Then we just do something like this and drag it all the way along. And then we have a big glass window. Now I feel like that does not look as good as like that, but this is our option. I think that, or we could maybe do hexagons. I think we might have to do something else with this to make it work because it doesn't, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look great. But what we could maybe do is just get individual elements like that. Yeah, okay, this could work actually. Oh, they're totally different sizes, my bad. Make that one smaller then maybe. And what if we had a smaller roof or a different angled roof here? It's not like in the walls next to the roof there. But what if I do normal walls? Does that also still do a glitch there? No, that one works. Okay, so we could do this. I don't know if I love that though. Okay, I'm playing around with possible design elements to make it interesting. So my idea is you have these glass walkways, which are actually on the outside of the building, could potentially wrap around. I don't know. Now, the other question you might be having is, so on the inside, at the moment, these are just walls. I'm wondering if I remove this wall, yeah, see, the roof itself has a wall, so there's no like actual wall like this there. I've just removed it. So right now, that's actually just the roof wall. And there's no real way to just fully remove it. The only way we could is just by putting in archways, right? So you just fill that with archways. So we kind of have to have this section there. Or actually, wait, can I do, hold up. Oh, spandrels don't work, really? So you can't do spandrels, interestingly. Yeah, okay, so it has to be like a door. Or a window, I guess. But I don't want to do double windows. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these bathrooms because they're now in my way. All right, I've been fiddling around with it a little bit. I think that's kind of more interesting. We've got the sort of roof sections underneath here. We got the glass. I just kind of like the glass walkway. It obviously serves no purpose, but it does make it look a little bit more interesting than having a big flat edge like that. Like, I think that's still all right, but it just feels like something's missing. And in fact, see that building's got all this greenery on it? We could even maybe do garden beds up here somewhere, like have plants a little bit on it. Because actually, we can now just put plants on roofs, right? So that is actually something we could probably do. Well, not all of them. Depends which plant it is. But we can definitely do some plants just on the roof here. Oh, and I don't know if I've mentioned it or if it's not obvious. I'm only using base game and Discover University right now. So this should be accessible for everyone. Okay, I like that facade for now. Let's go back inside because I have not actually figured this out. So because these need to be doorways, I guess, and I can't really span the entire area because it's not the right number of spaces. And then, yeah, you still get that big view and we should be able to use this space pretty easily. So if I just put like some flooring in here like this. So yeah, that's fully usable. You can see the walls glitch because of the roof being there, but because we got a flat color, you don't really see it. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Now I'm wondering, can we get something more interesting happening on this side as well? So we're kind of using all these windows, but now that this roof here is its own piece, we could probably just straight up switch to like a glass or something, could we? Oh, but we do get that glass hole on the inside. Oh, that's kind of a shame. So this is what I was talking about before, where we have the roofs. It's hard to show, but because that roof is a separate roof and it's got its own wall in there, that will also turn to glass. Okay, so there's no real way I could do cool glass windows just on that corner. Okay, but what about I did something like this? Because then I can have the glass there. I can even put it on this upper roof. So I just remove the ceiling on this section. So now it's just a full height wall, and then that'll allow me to carry that down through the levels without it looking weird. Obviously, we'll extend some walls or something through it. But yeah, we could have this glass column there like that, which is kind of sick. I also really love this sky bridge and like columns approach. I don't think there's anywhere I could even do that here. Unless we just made this whole section smaller. Like what if we did this and then we had another half of the building here somewhere? Like I said, heavy renovations. So heavy that's not even really renovation. We can't really do I guess I could do out of half walls though. I don't know where it's bridging to or from, but I feel like I'm just kind of in the experimentation phase to see what is even gonna work, you know? I mean, it's definitely interesting. And then you'd have like a garden or something up here. So then it's like the other building, right? Let's just get this. We'll do like garden. And then maybe we even just cut this whole section back in because it's sticking out so far. Like, what if we just cut off that whole section of the building for a second? Let me see. Then obviously this facade of the building looks really dumb. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a big flat edge. So how do we make that look more interesting? Perhaps something like that. And then like I said, I like these water features. So if I can just move it, it's hard to there. I don't know why it deleted the roof, but that does fit there. So I'll just put it back. It doesn't want to place it, even though, I mean, it should do because it is within, I guess you kind of have a fountain right next to the roof. Kind of annoying. Put it there for now then. Okay. And then we could turn this also into like some sort of glass atrium, though I'd want some thickness up here. So like, because the glass is going right up to the grass, which if that was a garden, there's no way it'd be like that. So maybe we just use regular windows here, but just a smaller size. And actually I wonder can I shift the whole building over a little bit just so these stairs visually line up with like kind of the center of that section? Might be a good idea. Is it just one I need to move over? Let me see. These stairs don't even line up with the grid. They're kind of off, but let's just say it's these four here. So yeah, that's kind of centered. If I do 3, then that's the center of this section. And then they're combining it with these. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay. Oh, kind of those, but they're like rotated. Maybe that one worked. That's so annoying that this it doesn't line up very well, but something like that, yeah. Right. That's just to sort of mark it out. Now, this is obviously where planters were. There were originally exterior stairs as well. I don't hate that idea. In fact, could we maybe do something interesting where we have like stairs here that go up around an L shape? Would be kind of cool. I think most of this build is just going to be trying to figure out the architecture of this place. So yeah, if we had these like here, I think if I move the landing a little bit more there, yeah. Okay, so if those are there, I just cut it in 2 and it lines up perfectly with that pathway, right? Yeah. So cut it in like that, move these to there. I would love to have a planter up there, which we can definitely do. I just need more room here, hang on. Not sure about these windows if they're going to stay there, but let's swap this out to a platform. I don't know if this will be too chunky, but we're trying it. I mean, we've got big chunky walls everywhere, so I think it's worth trying. And then just get a really tall half wall for the edge. Wait, how tall? Not tall enough. Nope, taller. That one. And then for the stairs, you'd do a nice glass railing. But of course, we'd go left rail only, and then bring it down from the top. So it goes pretty much just to there. Perfect. That's cool. All right. And then you could do another sort of garden planter here or something. I don't know if I love that it hits right on the edge there. Like I kind of do feel like we need like a buffer there. So like the stairs need to go one more over, which a way we could do that is if I just move where the landing is so that it sticks further in. And then this comes down a little bit. So hang on, if I move the stairs out here for a second, hopefully this is interesting because I feel like I'm keeping in a lot of the, the figuring out design process here. So yeah, see now it goes further into the building, which also means I can lower down this garden bed, which is probably a good thing because I think it does look a little silly being that tall. Now we find the right half wall. I guess we'll go the same height as the fence. I think that makes sense. And then we of course have to adjust the railing even lower down, right about there. And I would say we could paint this glass, but it'll go the whole thing, which, actually wait, that kind of works. Actually, I really like that. You know, I didn't think that would work. But what we're seeing now is the platform wall behind the glass which actually looks kind of sick. But it just depends. Do we have a platform texture that could use that? Could use bricks. All right, we can definitely work with this. Could use like those as well. Yeah, there's something we can work with here. Oh, there you go. That's the one. Yeah. Then you have the glass on the top, which I really like. I think that's a nice detail. Now, I guess keeping in mind the plan for the upstairs here of this entire lot is it's just going to be decorative. Like we're not even really going to put anything up here. Like we'll probably still put stuff here, I'm thinking, but like nothing that's going to make Sims want to come up here because we kind of want them all to be downstairs because it's just easier to play down here. And something to keep in mind, these roofs are massive, by the way. So when we're down here, they're like imposing in. Unless you put the walls fully flat, they're always going to be there, which I don't mind, but it just means I want to design the lot to play from this direction so those walls don't get in your way. So this is kind of the space we're working with, right? This actually looks kind of cool. I like this. Now, I'm not sure what's happening here. Are there windows that fit like that exact height? Because that would probably look better, right? Oh, you got to be kidding. It's like one off. That's so annoying. Like even when I get it like the smaller placement, it's sort of just off. Maybe if I make the half wall trim thicker, like if I use one of these, will that like thicken it up? Hang on. Oh, it doesn't make it any taller. It actually goes down rather than up. Dang it. If I go one size up, that's too tall. Yeah. So there's a couple options. We manually adjust the windows so it visually lines up, which is not impossible. It's kind of more annoying. Or we do something completely different, but I think I'll do that for now. And this wall probably should not be that stone as well. Like I think that's just gonna be too much. I might do this. Or it'd be the other wall, the brown paneled wall, the retro luxe wall. Actually, that might look better because it kind of hides the window frames a bit better, yeah. And then we basically we want plants coming down the front, which I don't know if we're gonna be able to do too much of that here in combination of packs we've got. So I think what I'd actually do is I actually really like this combination of platform and half wall that actually, I didn't know that what am I looking for? I didn't really know it did that. That's actually really cool. So I'm thinking we do the same thing. Platform painted with that, at least too high so Sims can't just walk up onto it. And then we put a glass half wall in front of it, right? Yeah, that's correct. That, and then maybe for now, I'll just do that. So then, okay, there's like a raised garden bed. This will have more manicured stuff. And then this will be a bit more overgrown because it's right on the edge, but there's no railing there. And then in here, we do some sort of other, it'd still be, I don't know, garden bed, but maybe like a outside courtyard somewhere to sit or something as well. So it's just not all grass. Okay, what can I do over here? Can I use this paneled wall on these sections? Oops, not there. Yeah, I think that works. And then this upper wall, do we just do like the white? Oh, that's weird. You put okay, so it actually, okay. That's so weird. So because the roof piece spans 2 floors, you can see on the roof, I painted that sort of paneled wood, right? So it goes like that. But on the upper level, when the walls are down, you see the roof, but when the walls are up, you see the actual wall. That is kind of goofy. I don't even know how to paint it because I can't even, how do I paint it? I can't. Apparently I can't even put these windows on this wall. That's really interesting. And if I put a window there, it just shows me the roof. Fantastic. All right, that's a new, no, it's not new, but it's not something I had considered to be a problem. But clearly it is. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We've got a glass walkway out there. So why don't we do a glass walkway on the inside? And we actually go all the way along, comes along here, does that. Then can we cut out this section of floor? Okay, yeah. And then if I remove that wall, what does that do for us? It does make all of this like the indoor, so the outdoor lighting, but I could actually just do this. It does it mess up downstairs? Oh, I'd have to remove this. Yeah, now that makes, oh yeah, that's getting goofy. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I think what I'm gonna have to do, can I break these into 2 pieces? That's gonna be the easiest solution. But the problem is because we are spanning 2 floors at an angle that doesn't really separate cleanly. I don't even know if that's possible. Because if I put this roof here, you can see how they don't join. Oh, wait, what if I place the windows from the lower level? Okay, it's kind of odd, but I placed the windows from the lower level. Oh, these walls are all like that now. Oh, right. So I kind of need these, so then that changes the, oh, that's annoying. Just because if they weren't glitchy, oh, you know what? I know what we do. We bring back the columns, because this building used to have a lot of columns everywhere, and that'll cover where it's glitching. Okay, now I also have to do another set of windows on this upper level to get it to work, because these windows are on the lower level, not the upper level, but now it works. The walls are down, it's like, hang on, I think we need to change that wall to this. All right, this turned out to be a little bit more goofy than I thought it would be. I think having realized this, if I were to do this from the beginning again, I probably would have just made the roof cleanly separate between the first floor and the second floor, that would make it a lot easier. But this does still work. And actually, I think it still looks kind of interesting. So I'm actually not too upset by it. It's a little goofy, but it definitely works. So I'm taking it. We take the wins we get, folks. All right, I still want to do that glass walkway in here because I think, like I said, we're not really using the upstairs, so we might as well turn it into something interesting. So we're gonna do this, do that, remove the floor in this middle section. So now that just spans 2 floors anyway. So you just get this big open area there. Yeah. Now I think I probably am better off because at the moment, if we look inside, hang on, we have this big open roof, but because we've got all these different walls through the roof, it's not gonna look seamless. So I think we're gonna be better off just giving this a ceiling so it has a flat roof. Otherwise, it's gonna create, except for this area, obviously, because that extends all the way up. Otherwise, it's gonna create a really ugly roof line from the inside. So now it's just a flat roof. Like, I don't think, I guess maybe it doesn't look as interesting as a big, expansive roof, but I think that works, especially from down here. That's kind of cool. So what can we actually put up here that kind of makes sense? Like, maybe we could have like a study room that is just desks, because if we put computers, Sims will be drawn up here. If we just put seats and all that, they're not gonna come up here autonomously. They might do, but it's pretty rare. So we have external stairs there, which is good. And then maybe you can sort of come in this way, you walk along, and then perhaps there's some sort of study room here. You know what, no, we're gonna actually even have it sit back like this and do this, okay? Then we remove the floor there. I just kind of like the idea of everything like being like floating kind of glass up here, you know? I don't know how this is all gonna be windowed, but there's gotta be some glass around. Maybe that's just a small one there, hang on. So this area here, how do I wanna do this? Because this is, I think this should be open, like there shouldn't be anything here. Just open all the way up, just a big light tunnel. But that means I kind of we gotta have some sort of walkway here as well. Glass walkways everywhere, people. They're there. So we want to come from that section, so we can do that quite easily like this and come along. Remove that bit. For the sake of interior symmetry, I might not have this room line up with the outside. I guess it doesn't really need to. Make it a little bit longer there, so that there's a gap of 2 on both sides. It kind of seems like there should be an entrance here maybe, but it's kind of supposed to be over there. I think maybe this could be a room up here because we could have like the glass looking out in that section. So maybe we have, I think that needs to be the entrance though, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be. To be fair, I could just move where this is. I guess we could push it to the back actually. And then maybe just have like some sort of seating area in there. Yeah, that maybe works better because then we can have entrances here and then that lines up nicely with that. And then that frees up this whole space back here to be a room, which I think almost should just be like a floating room, kind of like this. I guess I'll line it up here just so it's nice and neat. Angles and all that. I don't know if this is gonna look really stupid or cool. I haven't gotten that far yet. This is just the we're figuring it out phase. But now we have this room sitting here. If I do that, put the walls down, does it still work? Yeah, so this one works. I don't know, that roof over there was kind of weird, but this one works if I just put the glass wall in there. So I'm just gonna do that. And then I feel like this should just be glass the way around, right? So this is just like a floating sort of study room, which again, is just gonna have desks in it, nothing like too crazy. But then, I mean, I think that looks pretty sweet. If we obviously get some supports and columns in where it makes sense, I think that's a pretty cool use of that space. And then we do have this, another floor up here, which I mean, I think this is just nothing. I don't think, well, because we've got obviously this bridge here, but like, do we even put anything here? I don't know. And how do we get up there? It was mostly just because it looked cool. Not because it serves any practical function. I was kind of hoping this matched a little bit better so it like looked like the roof continued up on those side bits. But maybe we just use a different material there. Because like you could have it continue up and then just have that as like a big glass kind of thing like that. I mean, I guess it kind of visually gives the same idea, right? Slightly different color though. I don't know, maybe we need to do something else. But I kind of like that idea. I should probably hit save, hey. Okay, let's continue working on the actual layout here. So there definitely seems like there needs to be some sort of column somewhere through here because there's like this big section of roof above it that has no support anywhere. So I'm wondering, could we go, like I feel like we need like an actual big column, but if I do that, it's gonna cut into that walkway. Maybe it just goes on the inner of this big corridor then, or does that look weird? I think that actually looks all right. I don't mind that, just turn it into a big stone column maybe. Let me have a look. Oh, and then it just kind of ends at the top though, right? Because of roof. I mean, maybe we just use the normal columns then, yeah. And then I'd maybe just do them in these 2 corners, just to give it a little bit of structure. And I won't continue it up there. Just do that. Like, it doesn't need to be anything crazy, but I think that sort of gets the idea across. And then floor trim, I'll do the same thing I did on this glass walkway, because it just looks more No, I don't want it outside. I only want it inside. So if you hold down shift, it will just do one edge. It just makes it look like maybe a structural beam or something. Because obviously I'm only using base game and Discover University. So I would use like the eco lifestyle, like iron beam probably would look great here. But we will just use this base game black trim, which I think works. So now for that floating room, I don't think we actually need more than that, because like we could maybe do like spandrels or something along the roof to create more structure, but we also need to figure out what the actual floor plan is. I haven't got that far. So we do need to figure that out. Doors, I will get those in, so they'll go there and there. I think those are basically the doors. I don't think we'll do any further that way. Down over here, I think we just do a nice big door as well. Oh, that's almost the same size as that upper door. I mean, upper door, the upper part of the door. I think we could do that so it sort of lines up with the walkway maybe. I'm not sure. So we have the brown on that side. I wonder if that should then be brown to match it as well. Do I want it to go all the way up? I don't mind that actually on that roof there. All right, just trying to figure out the exterior like wall paints and all that. So I want to keep obviously the original materials. Again, it's a renovation. If you can call it that, like we're obviously, like it's, and as you can see, it's changed a lot, but I still want it to be inspired by that original. I wonder if we can have that wrap around here, maybe where the stairs are. Might work, just to sort of tie that in a bit better. And we've got the plain white up there. I feel like we might need to do something with that. Then around this side, we've got the stone down the bottom, and then it's just plain white on the top. Obviously, we don't have any windows or anything yet, so we kind of need to figure that out anyway. We probably want to do more details around here too, because it's just a big box. And this, like I said, is technically where you load in. And actually, I think, I think this is the gallery picture angle, right? Oh God, that looks so bad. Dang it, game. But obviously, I've designed the building to look good from the other two angles, like from here and here, which I think it looks pretty sweet. This, on the other hand, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Maybe actually we could have on the second floor, how big is this? Is that 4? Okay, so it sticks out 4. Could we have 1, 2, 3, 4? So that just fully sticks out. Then we just grab these and put them on the second floor here, because then that extends up to that roof, but not fully, which I kind of like. Now we could do a big glass roof there, or maybe we just leave it and have glass in here, perhaps? Actually, I'm wondering if I move it over a little bit. Because we've got the walkway there where the wall just kind of goes into that and it kind of doesn't look great. But if we move it over, okay, well, it definitely looks more interesting for sure, like this. This section here, what's going on there? Whoops, should that just be stone? Maybe, yeah. I kind of ignored the walkway problem by just putting the wall back there. But I'm wondering if there's some way we could do something with that. I mean, because the walkway does not need to go over there. I guess I could just remove it. Like, why is it even here? I don't know. I just kind of did that. But thinking about it, it doesn't make any sense. So why don't we just go cut it off here? Just delete that bit. Oh, hang on. Move the floor first and then remove the walls. There you go. And then, oh, what? Why is that now? This is not a room anymore. Right, okay, for some reason. I don't know why that would stop being a room. Dang it, game. Oh, I guess because this has no ceiling. Okay, I see. So I need to split this at that point, which we can do with a wall for now. Okay, that is now one big room. And our walkway stops here, which just makes more sense anyway. Yeah, that's still pretty cool. I like that. Then we just do the interior window all the way up there. So it's producing no light in here at all. Like, how is there no light getting in? Even, okay, we know we are. It's coming in up here, but it's not reaching the next levels at all. I mean, I guess, look, it is what it is. We just do this. Boom. And actually, I don't know why. Yeah, this does not need to be a room. That can just open like that. I mean, it doesn't need to be separate. I think I want to do the same thing on this roof, like over here where I've used the retro locks, and it's not the same texture, obviously, as the roof, but I think it visually sort of carries the roof down. I don't want to do it all on the walls, though. I kind of like it just on the front, I think. And then hopefully, I'm hoping there's some good greenery. Because like in these decorative buildings, they're using like those. So we can probably, I actually don't know if they'll be in debug, but like some green walls or something. We'll have to see what we can do. Okay, I went back to doing the white wall on the side. I actually think it looked a little bit better because I did like the white upper half, but I've added trims around all over the place and some columns in the corners, which actually I'm missing one here. There should be one there. Just to sort of give it a little bit more structure and I guess organization of how everything's split up. So I think that's starting to look better, and I think it's starting to make more sense. Obviously around the back is still not a lot going on, but we don't have any windows or anything yet. So I think that is gonna make a big difference. But I think before I do that, I kind of do need to figure out what the heck is happening inside. Yeah, that's a bit better. I do like those lines sort of separating. I think it looks a little bit more visually interesting. Yeah, so let's figure out what the heck's happening inside. Do we even have stairs inside? I guess we do have room here. I think actually this makes sense because this is like the entrance foyer, and we already do have stairs on that side of the building. So I think some here going up to this landing. And in fact, that's where that sort of door is. So we could figure something out here, maybe some sort of switchback stairs or something. But let's go down and actually get some stairs to see what's gonna work. We'll go double width. If we just did straight up stairs, I think it definitely too long. And if we did turny stairs, some might say James turny stairs. Ignore the fact that it's not placing. It would start to stick pretty far out. But what if we did full? Now, obviously these are massive going all the way around. Let me just split it there and then it does split cleanly in half, which is actually quite nice. And we could actually do it there because then it sort of lines up with the edge of this floating box, which is kind of cool. And then this landing obviously would expand to match up with that door. It does leave an awkward gap here, so I think we'd have to close that off. I don't want people walking through that. To get to whatever this room is gonna be, you're gonna have to go around. So we probably want to make that something not super crucial. Like you're coming here specifically for that. Maybe bathrooms, you could have doors over there, although it's got massive windows, maybe not bathrooms, but something that's not as important because it's going to be kind of annoying to get to if I do this layout, which I think I'm going to. I don't know if there's anywhere, I mean, I guess we could have stairs over this side, but this kind of seems like this will be the main cafeteria, study area. We got doors there. Kind of seems like that's pretty important. So let's do these stairs. I guess the question is, do we have them open or do we have them closed? Now, there's an argument that open looks a lot better, and I think it does, but then it also does create a lot of visual, just emptiness. And in real life, it wouldn't be a problem because you could actually do something with this space, but in The Sims, you can't really do much with the space under the stairs. Maybe here you could a little bit, but if I could just have walls up to this point, that'd be nice. Which actually, I guess we probably could, hang on. Having said that, we probably could because I just go create a platform and we go up to the platform. Now, there did used to be a bug with going upstairs on platforms where if your platform is there might still be a bug with this. So even though, so the bug, let me explain it. Let's just say the platform is, hang on, oh, wait, what? Oh, there we go. The platform's all the way up there. And you can see like how much room we've got to the ceiling. A normal like adult sim could not stand up in that space, but obviously they can because there's no ceiling above them and it's fully open. But the game either still doesn't or didn't recognize that that was open space, so it would not let them walk up to that point. So I'm not sure if this will work or not. So I think we should just do testing. Not that I'm using this scale of landing, but we should definitely test this before I fully commit to this idea. So first of all, let's go back to where it would actually be. Let me build my landing here, build a floor, and hopefully I can remove, okay, never mind. Stairs can go through fences, which also used to be a bug. Okay, the half walls also get unpainted every time you change them for some reason. Yeah, stairs can go through fences, which this used to be a bug, putting a fence there. Sims wouldn't be able to walk through it, but they can, and they should be able to. And then you can put stairs there and it keeps it as separate rooms, which is exactly what we want. Then those go there, but we need to adjust this a little bit. Wait, what? Didn't we have a perfect split before? I guess maybe the perfect split doesn't quite line up between the levels, which I guess doesn't matter. Hang on, just go back. That's fine. This is what we'd do. So you'd get rid of the wall under that one, then this one would be blocked in, and then obviously you'd have that wall there. So then it kind of makes it a little bit more what we're after. It does mean that trim is a little goofy, but we'd just get rid of it on this bit and just put it back. And then we have to choose a really tall half wall to fit in here. There we go, this height. It is always so weird putting half walls like in front of that because it's like, this is the tallest half wall ever. That's just what you gotta do. You do the glass panels and then we can paint the foundation or the platform, whatever we want, which let's just do the stone like we were doing before. I'm wondering if I just do multiple doorways. I might actually change to this glass where it has, instead of, because we're using the double paneled glass here, which I guess looks better, but it doesn't really line up with the building. So I'm gonna swap it to the single, because we're using the single panel everywhere else. So I think we just do a whole bunch of doors. All right, I'm gonna get a sim over here. I just wanna test these stairs before we commit, and then we can actually get around. Oh, it looks cool from the map. I like that. All right, let's get my sim over here. Oh, Bella Goth is here, let's go. All right, so really we're just testing, and as you can see, we loaded in on this side. Oh, I've got to put the floor tiles back there. Can I get up these stairs? And is he gonna use these stairs? Okay, Bella. Oh, see, look, already we're actually running around this way, presumably to use these stairs. That ain't a good sign, and that actually really kind of sucks. That means they have not fixed that bug where he can't get to this platform. Let me see. He's, okay. He's running around all the way around the other way. I don't think he's done it. So let's go here, hang on. So yeah, if I say go here, presumably, yeah, he's just gonna walk in and be like, I can't get there. Yeah, that sucks. That is so silly. So yeah, what's happening if I just teleport my sim here so we can have a look? Oh, wait, what, teleporting them doesn't even work? It puts him down there, are you kidding me? I can't even teleport him on it because yeah, the distance from there to the roof is not big enough for this sim to fit. So he will just not go there. Even though there's no ceiling, there's nothing there, he just won't do it. Bummer. Because if I go lower and then I place the stairs, does this work? I mean, I'm willing to compromise having the stair overlap one if that works. Okay, that does work. So we have to compromise where it doesn't line up perfectly, but now the stairs are actually functional, which I think, look, that's just something we're gonna have to do. The compromise we have to make. It doesn't look perfect. Actually, we could probably make the railing look a little bit better, which is good. Hang on, because if we go double rail, but just bring the, oh, wrong side. Bring the bottom. Yeah, so it just lines up there. That's better. Okay. Look, it's not terrible. It's not perfect. It's not terrible. I'll just darken those posts a bit. Okay, well, I'm glad that we double checked that and it's actually not too bad of a fix. That is good news. That is good news that we can get it working. I'm gonna lower this half wall now though. It's a little tall. Look, even though I know I've been saying since the beginning, we're not gonna put anything crucial upstairs. Like it's all gonna be decorative. I mean, if you download this lot, use it and put something else up there, it's gonna be annoying not having those stairs work. So I think that's important that we make sure it actually does work. I'm not even gonna put bathrooms up here because you think, oh, we could just fill a space with bathrooms or something, but then Sims will walk up here, which again, I don't really want them to in my own gameplay. So now let's figure out what the downstairs layout is. And I think I need to close off this room. I don't want to put a wall like right there because it's just not gonna look good. I think what we're gonna have to do, this will just have to be closed off at that point there. And then we'll just put some sort of decoration here that stops them walking there. Now I'm gonna use these lights. Oh, yeah, there they go. Which we are gonna have to remove at some point because most of this place does not have ceiling. So we'll come back to that. Okay, so I'm thinking, well, first of all, what are our actual required things? Because we haven't got anything right now. We do need the cafeteria, which I think makes sense. Probably, you know, we have a door there, there's a door here, but we also have this really cool open area here. So maybe this can be the back of the cafeteria or something, just there like that wall. Let me have a look where we could actually divide the space as well, just based on the bridges and stuff. So if we put a wall here, we can easily divide part of this building at this point without it looking weird from above, right? So we can cut that off and then this whole space is still open. It doesn't make anything look weird above. And then that maybe gives us a better sort of space to work with here. I mean, I think we could probably, maybe we turn it this way, we turn that into a little cafe and we have seating here. And maybe just some more casual couch area here or something. And then, so this we could turn into a similar block underneath. So we've got that a room there, that's a room here. That means it also does not look weird with the gaps because we can't put like walls through these areas because it's gonna look bad with all this open space, right? But I'm thinking that then becomes bathrooms. We could build a corridor in the same space that we've got here. So maybe we leave this section open. We can make it maybe a little bit bigger. It doesn't have to be as small because that does look pretty cramped at this scale. But maybe we do, I don't know. And then let's have a look. So then we could have, yeah, this as a wall here perhaps. And then we have a floating room there. So I think we leave this area open. And actually I need to turn that into a usable space as well, which I've not done yet. Basically similar to what we did in the other places. Do that. And then we get the nice archways, and then that just becomes part of this area that we can then use. So this is basically gonna be the main spaces we're working with here. So we could divide this space up potentially. I'm not sure yet. Let's have a look. Let's get the other stuff that I actually want to get going. Bathrooms, I think we're just gonna make this one bathroom. There's no point doing multiple bathrooms because it doesn't, Sims, it makes no difference to them. So do these fit? Oh, that actually fits perfectly in this space. That's actually really good. And because the walls are so tall here, we can just get like massive windows up the top. Oh, that kind of annoys me actually. I know originally when I was building this, I was like, oh, we don't need to line it up with the courtyard, but like if we did, it'd probably look a lot better. I don't think that's terrible actually. It's not too bad. We could probably put some decoration on that wall there. But I just wanted to make this like fully glass, I reckon. It might look nice. Yeah, just having that as just a glass square in the middle. Yeah, why not? And I make these black. So yeah, those are bathrooms there. There's nothing that could see into those windows. And even if you could, they're so high up. So I think that's all right. Not sure about coloring or anything yet. We've not got that far. I have a bathroom door, I don't know, in the middle for now. Sure, lovely. And then we'd have sinks in here. Oh, actually, I'm gonna swap these out because Foxbury colors are like the orange and, well, kind of red, but there is a lot of orange around and I kind of like these because they're got a nice bright orange color. Yeah, that's just fun. Like it's very like, contemporary, bright, vibrant. I think, and then maybe the counters could just be more boring. Okay, I'm trying to do something different just to make it interesting. And because this is like a sort of contemporary style school, like maybe they'd have some like vanities that kind of face each other in this sort of central thing. Like the bathroom's not massive. I was originally sort of doing it in the middle here, but I was like, oh, if I just do it that way, it's kind of interesting. Now we could have 2 bathroom doors, which I've got at the moment. I don't know if I'll keep that. I do wish we had orange bathroom doors though. Do we even have like orange doors? Oh, there is these doors. Okay. Oh, actually this could work because I could do this. And then I think they have like the bathroom signs, right? I think these come with toilets, right? Oh yeah, there you go. Cool. You just put that above the door. Okay. Bathroom, bathroom. And then the doors open the correct ways. And then we have a little bathroom in there. And it's pretty cool. All right, I've got all these lights everywhere. Let's make them the smaller ones. I actually don't mind this wall. It's pretty plain. We could do like a tiled wall or something, but I think for now, I kind of like the subtle blue that it's got to it. I think it goes nicely with it. Like, I think that's too blue, but like, it's got a little of it, a little taste. All right, so I also just realized I kind of need to remember my initial thoughts about these roofs kind of getting in the way. So if you're playing from this angle, it's kind of annoying. And we've got these big stairs here. So you're really playing from this angle. But now I've also added these stairs in, which is okay because we still got all this room here. But just with the rest of the design I'm doing, I think I need to keep that in mind so I don't accidentally make it kind of hard and annoying to play in. I'm actually wondering, could we do like, can you lower down into the, I don't even know, does this work? Can I have like lowered sections in here? I can put stairs, but they kind of have to stick into the room a little bit. I mean, it's not ideal, is it? Like, I'd rather them right up against the thing, but I think I can't do it because there's a wall and a door there, so it doesn't let you. But we can have it a step down. Do I even want to do that? I mean, honestly, maybe just because these are obviously visually a separate space anyway. Like, because the lighting is different. It's through these big archways. Maybe we turn it into a distinct different space on purpose. The next question is, how do we separate this space? Because I really want this to be multifunctional because we don't need a vast area just for cafeteria tables. So can we do because the other thing we don't have is any bookcases in the original lot, which I just kind of found odd for a university. Like, I mean, I guess it's like a common area, but like, it kind of still seems like it should maybe just have some books, right? So can we just do that as like a dividing wall in the middle? Like nothing crazy, just like this basically. Again, keeping in mind that of course, that then creates that visual block. Is that annoying? I think it's okay because we can still move here. I like playing with the walls in cutaway mode. So like this, so you get like the backdrop rather than this. And that's just something that I personally like to take into account when designing stuff. I would also like to do something here. I don't think I just want to do a big like bookcase wall. Like I almost want, is there like, what greenery options do we have? Not a lot in base game and just university life. Like I almost want like a screen there. Oh, there is this item. Also, I'm going to realign those bookcases because it's kind of odd that they're not lined up with the wall. Like I'm not in love with that item, but I'm just thinking just as some separator so that just physically blocks them getting through and then we can do other stuff around it. Like, I don't know, what if it's like a thing? Oh, that's so dark. We need light here. I think, does that light, I mean, does that plant, these plants are weird. They're just kind of, even in the middle of the room, they don't really light up properly. Okay, I found those like debug plants. I still have the screen in there because I kind of like that as a backdrop. I'm going with that for now. Then I've also got this door heading outside, so I think we'll do some sort of outside area here because it just seems like a waste to not have anything there. Now, I guess just figuring out what this little cafeteria area looks like, because right now it kind of looks nasty. And by that, I mean it's just like blank. There's nothing going on there. What the heck am I looking for here? I'm clicking in all the categories. I don't know where I'm going. Any wall decorations for it? I think they had like menus and stuff, right? Yeah, that's what they had up in the original one. I have no idea if something like this works, but I kind of like having like the menus above it rather than just like behind it. And obviously this is a wall and I put archways there, so this is going to require testing. Okay, there is someone there. Can I order food? And like, does this work? We do see this. Oh, because, oh wait, that's weird. I don't love that doesn't disappear. But it does work, which is actually great. Oh, that's kind of weird though. Why do you walk around this side? You know, grab it from this side? I mean, I guess that's not the end of the world. Kind of weird though. Is that how it normally works? I mean, that's actually a good question. I have no idea. Like, what if I just move it here for a sec? Will that guy just move here? Let's have a look. Okay, he did move that. Great. Okay, he's not actually tending it though. I hired a new vendor. Let's see. Okay, we got a new vendor. I don't know what this guy's just chatting to himself. All right, order food. Okay, so let's just see. Will I walk around the other side? Or okay, I do grab it from this side. So something about this wall was causing it to. I really don't like how the cutaway wall shows that arch. All right, I've gone a completely different direction because I could not figure out a good way to have those signs above, have the wall there, and have it look like it fits in nicely. So instead, I've sort of just put it back in this nook. We got a bit of a weird corridor here, but I'm wondering if we can put a bin in there. It might just look a little strange though. Again, if we're playing like this, I don't want to block too much of what's going on. Because honestly, playing this way, I've realized is super annoying because these roofs are here. So your camera, oh, she's not doing it now. But if you're here with the walls up, the camera just goes up and down constantly. It's so annoying. So anyway, so yeah, I've done this because I think that would just be a nice like little garden area. Is my even yeah, I guess there goes the camera going up, and then that leaves this area for dining, which is the idea. So I think maybe in this one here we could have. I gotta put the walls down because the camera is so annoying. This I think we have to move objects, but I think this should work. We'll of course test. We're gonna test everything. I guess I'll do. I guess we do orange. I mean, there's a lot of orange. I could do the blue. Maybe I should change the carpet actually. Now, well, actually, the other thing is I think Foxbury's technically red, not orange. Maybe I'll go red. But yeah, the bathroom can't be red because I don't think there was a red color. Let me just check the other one. No, there's no red cubicle, so we're doing orange in there. That's fine. But we can do red down here, and I think maybe we do blue for the carpet. I guess also keep in mind this is the cafeteria, so there'll be food and stuff, which I don't mind. Or do we go? No, we do a yellow actually. Maybe the yellow is better. I think that one is maybe just a bit. What? It's hard to get down that. Maybe a bit busy. I'm not sure actually. Leave that for now. We've got that table. Can a round table would be really nice up here, but we do not have that option. So I think I'll do one more of these tables. So we're gonna have 2 of these 6-seaters, which is what we did have in the original one. And then we'll get some other seating that isn't tables. So we just have like a couple of couches down there. And then maybe, do we have like, we do have these as armchairs. Yeah, I thought so. A couple armchairs here, I think maybe. Now I'm just doing them all as red at the moment, which is obviously pretty full on, but that is our school colors. I don't think we'll all do red, but maybe this area could be red. Then we can do something else over here. So then this area, I'm thinking we get the computers and all that. Or maybe in here, I'm not sure exactly, but this is the dining area. That's what it's gonna be. Oh, we could actually do a full rug down here. Is it like, not that color obviously, but it like overlaps the entire area. So we could like use one of these and it acts as like a full flooring. Oh my gosh, okay, that's too red. Okay, I don't know if there's too much red. I'm not really sure yet, but this is where we're at. So I've sort of just readjusted this little area. I got like a rug under there, which is just a floor tiling. Got some bright red walls there. Yellow along this side, because we're kind of using the red and yellow in this area, which maybe not the most relaxing colors, but it's the school colors, that's what matters. But I think I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm gonna do now, let me get rid of these lights that we've got there. I can keep the ones on this side. So let's just light up this half, which we should be able to at least get some easy ceiling lights through where we've got this walkway. So I think I'll do that because that extends along the whole section of the building here. Yeah, that pretty much lights up that. And then if we can get some sort of feature light hanging down, that'd be kind of cool, but I don't really know what we've got. There is this, which if I put there, it honestly does not hang as far as I thought it did. It's kind of still on the upper level, but it does actually somewhat reach. Is it doing any lighting down there? I mean, a little bit. Actually, what we could do then, I think these might look all right. If we go like black, just like a wall light, just in between those little sections. And maybe it looks a little weird when the wall's down like that, but all the way up, I think that's all right. And then that is by far bright enough. Like, I don't think we need any more light in there. This little area obviously needs light, so I think we could probably get one of the, whoa, what the? Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's really hard to place this where I want it. That actually is not good there. Also, that didn't really provide any light. I think it's always gonna be more moody in there just because it's got the outdoor lighting. It's always gonna be not ideal compared to this, but I put some lights in there, so I think that'll work. All right, let's finish up the little cafeteria area. We can kind of do this almost red-looking stone tile. Problem with that is that the orange stalls don't look good, but I do like the orange stalls. All right, I changed this little area to a half wall and then put these planters in because it just looked a little nicer. But it meant outside I kind of had to cover it up with these because there's big glass windows there. So I just did a little seating area. And then I was thinking we should probably have a look into the fountains again. It does not let me put them right up against those windows, which kind of sucks. But I think I definitely want some around the back. Maybe just, oh, I guess not that area. Oh wait, there we go, just the other way around. I don't think I can go to the edge of the lot, no. But I can go here. I think just all of that, honestly, probably will look good. And then we can either just do flooring there or whatever. And then I'm gonna put these right on the edge of the lot, which might look weird, but in context, I think, because there's so much space here, if I shove it in there, it kind of feels weird, but if I put it right on the edge, I can even go a little bit over. It just looks, I won't go too far over because it looks a little silly, but I'll put it like right on the edge, so it's not like crammed right next to the building, which it clearly is actually crammed next to the building. But that just makes it look like there's actually more space out there. All right, I got a little distracted by landscaping. I'm trying to figure it out. I went down to one table because two just felt like I was squishing in this space because obviously we got this little walkway from that door. We already got seating there. And then I was like, well, we don't really need stone coming down the side here. Okay, I would love, wait, can I put a pool there? No, it just does not like it being on the side of that, like a roof for some reason. There has to be a gap, which is kind of annoying because I can't put it on the edge of a lot. So I'd only have a thin strip if I were to do any water, which I think is better to not do water. And then perhaps we just have like greenery coming along the edge here instead. Yeah, and there's no like hanging greenery like we've had in other packs. So there's nothing I can really easily hang down from here, but we could get like this going up the roof. And do I want to cover the whole roof? I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Maybe at least the sort of underside. I kind of like that. Now, of course, you might be wondering, like, why don't I just use the grass roof? Well, I don't have that in this pack. And also, I think this probably looks a little bit better than just a plain grass roof. I think maybe we'll also, because I'm not placing these perfectly. I'm like holding down Alt and sort of smooth placing them. I'm thinking if we can get, see, flowers looks kind of weird because it grows out like that. So it's kind of hard. I want something else in there, but it needs to kind of make sense, which a lot of these don't. Oh, you could kind of do these. I could imagine like succulents like growing up the wall, kind of like that. Oops, that's kind of cool. But I could do like ceiling lights underneath, where's the walkway here? It sort of lights it up a little bit. I don't know if I put those in the right spots. Let's see. Oops, nearly. I just had to, yeah, there you go. Cool. All right. That's kind of fun. I don't think I'll continue it up that section. Well, I think this needs one more there. It's like the underneath. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know what's happening down here though, if I should just do that and then have that as an edge. I mean, maybe that is a fountain there. It's honestly not the worst, but is it the best? I don't know. We'll go with it for now. It's certainly interesting, and I think that's what matters. Now over here, I guess I might actually put that, I got rid of the second table because it looked like I was gonna put another plant there, but I actually don't think I am now. I might just put this on the edge of the fountain, perhaps. I don't know, a little edge. It's kind of nice. A couple tables. Let's go back to nighttime. Okay, I've got a little bit of lighting. That's not bad, eh? I think like a notice board over here or something could be interesting. So maybe like one there. Also, I think we need to do some more like, obviously stuff along this wall. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna flow yet, but we'll get there, we'll get there. So we need just more chairs, we need some more desks. We don't have any, obviously. We need computers, robotics. Okay, so I think this can be the computer area. That's at least what I'm thinking. So let's have a look. I mean, I think these desks make sense. Oh, I wonder if these would work along the wall down here. I'm not sure. Again, I do actually need to get down here and test this because the roof edge coming down low sometimes blocks Sims. Oh, I wish these would fit better. So close to fitting there. What about that, where they sort of interlink? I don't think that looks too bad. I think if that works, I'm happy with that. Okay, let me just see if this works. Yeah, that's. I should probably also just test sitting here. So I can't even get all the way over there and sit. So that's totally fine. And then I assume that works too. Great. And then I assume I can go over here and play games on these computers. Oh, apparently I can't. Wait, that's what I can't do? Seriously, game? Yeah, I'll go here. I can get over there? Okay. What about this one? No, what? Okay, he does. Is this one of the things where if you sit down, it then works? Ah, it does, that's so annoying. Which I think is usually because I move objects, which is kind of silly. So if I place this, yeah, so obviously I can't place it there. I can't place it till there, but let me just see if I place it without intersecting with the other ones. No. We have another plan. We could use counters, which I think are maybe less buggy than desks. Not entirely sure. We're going to find out right now. It does also fit better, I suppose. Okay, I guess not. I guess that they're not less buggy. I think it's just the computers, because if they're sitting down, oh, okay, he's getting up again. Oh, it's so annoying. They sit down once they're sitting. It works. That's so cool though. All right, other option is using the high top tables. Similar idea as the counters, which I think this looks messier, but I guess maybe it matches the other stuff a bit better. All right, do those work? Like it matches those. Does not look like it. Nobody is going to them. It's so annoying. All right, I guess I'm going to cut forward to when this is done. Okay, all of these computers down here now work. Not my ideal layout. I would have loved them looking out the window, which I guess you could technically do, but it's more annoying to then have to click on the seat and then click on the computer to use it. I also inverted how the flooring was done. I actually turned the walkways into the carpeting area, which I guess is kind of weird because it would probably wear out in reality, but I think it just looks a little bit nicer. And then having this sort of wood flooring in the middle there, and there's still the carpeting down the bottom in that section. I'm wondering if I should do the same down there, actually. Or if we should just go back to it being this, just so it matches. I do kind of like the darker color down the bottom, though. So yeah, maybe we'll do that down the bottom. I mean, do we change this to more like red, so it's like more like Foxbury? That's just very busy, though. I could just do a plain sort of red, though. I mean, I don't mind that. Maybe that's more on brand. I'm not sure. I think I might. Hey, that one's got graffiti in it. No, we'll have one stall with graffiti for some reason. Okay, well, that ticks off pretty much everything except robotics. And that's all just happening over here, which is pretty good. But, and I also added books, which I wanted to add, but we also need to do the research archive machines. You don't have to do that clearly, but I definitely want that because that's a very useful mechanism. And I think either maybe over here, because it's kind of a little bit more quiet, or maybe in this area could be nice. But should we figure out how the robotics lab is going to work? So first of all, I actually want to get some, because this is a big blank wall. I think we could just have windows that are looking into that room, maybe even up, because these are relatively high. Like I don't think, yeah, it's kind of above where the Sims are, which actually it probably, whoa, camera, look better. Can these line up with that? I mean, almost with the window on the door, the height wise anyway. Alrighty, there we go. So now they sort of line up perfectly along with that. Obviously the actual height of that window is not the same as that top of the door, but I mean, that's close enough. I think that looks pretty good. So yeah, I think I like that also just providing more, I guess, lighting really into this room. I definitely want to have enough of these, but I also don't want to go like over the top. I'm thinking maybe 4 would be good because I think the original one had 2. So I think 4 would be nice. So I'm trying to just place these. If I cut the room there, this could be something else. I don't know what, but isn't that always the question? What is it going to be? Maybe that could be part of the lab still. We could have like a little section there. So the 2 longer rooms and then the lab flooring. But hang on, I'll get some light in here. I mean, I suppose I don't mind it being that flooring, but it might be fun to just do like a, I was kind of hoping some of these metals had lighter colors. Oh, a gym could actually be useful. Maybe we could do a gym in here somewhere. Just not like a massive one, but just so that we can come here and kind of just take care of stuff, you know? Could do the same floor as in there, but it kind of seems like I want it to be easier to clean than that. It looks like stuff would get stuck on that, you know what I mean? Oh, like maybe just those like big white tiles. Yeah, I like that. And upstairs, we've got this sort of plastic panel wall. And that kind of feels like a lab. And I can match the upstairs a bit. All right. Does it have different colors? No, they don't. I think for the lab, we'll have a nice big door. You can see, you know, it's not a secret what's happening in there. There you go. Goes into the lab. Oh, we did have chess at the other place. Maybe I should replace this with chess instead. Because like, I just kind of put extra seating here. But maybe chess tables makes more sense. Although it's kind of a bit weird, it's in the cafeteria. Maybe we replace these couches, because I don't like that people keep napping on them. That's really annoying. We could have like chess down here. A couple of chess tables. We could have more around the place, but I'll do a couple down over there. Sorry, I got distracted because I was looking for stuff to put in the lab. We do have this, which could kind of be fun somewhere. In fact, we might even be able to like have it upstairs. That'd be kind of cool. And have like a glass roof they look out of or something. I don't know. Oh, maybe it could be over. This is what the bridge is for. Oh wait, that could actually kind of be cool. Hang on, how can I make this work? Okay. All right, so that can actually just sit there. I mean, maybe it doesn't make the most sense. It's kind of facing the building. You pointed up. It's facing this way just because that's where the door is, and I don't really want it to face the other way. So the thing is, I don't know if Sims are going to want to autonomously come up here and use this. It could be annoying, but currently there's no way to get to it. It's just kind of fun. Just put it up there. Okay, anyway, I got distracted again from the lab. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, the debating area. That's actually a good thing to have. Oh, where did this go? My whole desk's disappeared. Oh, the ping pong. Right. Well, I think this will be more the rec area. That's actually what I was thinking. Is we could have like that there, because we also need like the TV and stuff. So I'm thinking that'll be in this area somewhere. And then that will be the research archive. I don't know if I'm gonna get a gym in here. Maybe there, but we'll see. Okay, I still have not I'm looking for stuff to put in there, and then I just keep finding other stuff to decorate with. Honestly, extractor fans kind of makes sense for robotics. Like you're doing like welding and stuff, but is that gonna be annoying in gameplay? This is purely just for aesthetics and for fun, right? Because obviously it's not actually gonna do anything. But like if those are there, is that gonna be annoying? Like, yeah, because I'm trying to play over here. That's in my way. Yeah, that ain't happening. Get out of here. We could do a smaller one. Or just do one maybe in the middle. Nah. Okay, so I just put like counters in between, and actually that's kind of clipping in with the wall. I might move that slightly. And I put like a little robot there on that one, some blueprint stuff there. This actually got the element collection board just for funsies, some paper towel. I try to just put stuff on them so that Sims also wouldn't use them. I mean, they might still. A little pie chart there. We've got a bin, the fire prevention system. We also have a bunch of sinks and a smoke alarm. And I think that will be a good robotics lab. And can I set these sinks? I can. Bathroom, kitchen, probably bathroom. Oh no, it should be kitchen. Yeah, I guess kitchen, just because I don't want them going to the bathroom and then going to wash their hands over there, right? Okay, I mean, I feel like this is coming together. I think that we're making some good progress. So yeah, I think this is pretty big. And big in the sense that it's really long. It's kind of awkward. So maybe we do divide this space. Because what do we have left that I actually want to do? Well, I guess what do I need to do? We need to do couches again. Oh, they're going to nap on them anyway. So we need like an entertainment space. So we're going to have the foosball there, I'm thinking if we can make this like the living room. By living room, I just mean we'll have like a TV and stuff in there. Or does that go in here? Actually, I wonder if, does this work in here? If this fits, I'm not using move objects right now. That might be a better space for it. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. Because then this can be like the sitting room area. So just a wide set of couches like this. Nothing special. I'm just sort of planning out right now. And then, yeah, that still acts as like a walkway. You can walk over there, play some foosball. Maybe we'll do the red carpet in there. I mean, do I keep using the red carpet for the walkway? Or maybe I should, I don't know. I'm kind of, hang on, let me try the other way around again. Trying to work out what I want to do. I do kind of like that too, though. Trying to find what works best. Maybe a dark blue. That is kind of nice, actually. And I did that color because it ties into the rug. Maybe that's the color we do. Because the red is kind of a lot. Like when we've got all the red furniture. And we can also use rugs. Like we could use this rug here instead. Might look better. I don't know. Obviously, we'll decorate up. But yeah, this is planning. So yeah, foosball in there. TV sort of hangout space here. I think this could be a gym, actually. Not like a massive gym. But you could have like maybe just a few treadmills and then a couple of weights machines or something. Because I mean, that's all we can fit realistically. No, I don't really want them walking through there. And the reason is just because it's such a small, like a little gap, but I think blocking it off will be annoying. So I might just have to leave it open because I think blocking that's going to look weird. I have to figure out what we put in all these spaces as well. And like, what is this space? Because it's just open from above. Maybe is there like some sort of big, oh, could we do a, wait, can you do fountains inside or does that not work? I don't know. It'd have to be a pool. You could do like a water feature there maybe. But yeah, there's a bit of random space there we'll have to figure out. Okay. Oh, we should use this desk in here. Okay, now this space, yeah, I want it to be like, this is where you come to the archives. But how can I arrange this? Let's see. Where the heck is the research archive machine? Oh, it must be in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Make this room look a little bit more smarty pants. I want to get bookcases in here. But again, we don't want to like block our view, right, of everything. So, well, that looks too, that doesn't look modern enough. That's why I think these ones are good. I guess this is where like Book Nook or something would come in real handy, like those bookcases. Because they're much lower down. What if we kind of put bookcases where the robotics things are? Because like they're already tall. Maybe not right by the door there. And I'm not really worried about blocking the bookcases here because there's plenty of bookcases. Because yeah, then you can play like this in the lab. You can play like this here in the research archive. Just not sure what's going on in this space unless we just sort of do a setup like that maybe. I don't know if I love that one there though because then that would block that way. Okay, well we could do something like this. I mean, if I do another bookcase there, how does that feel? Because I gotta remember, I got these stairs in my way here, so I kind of have to play from this angle if I'm in here. It's not too bad. And then the lab from there, I mean, that's actually not bad. I don't mind that. It's a little blank in here though. Like I'm not really sure what else to put in here. We could do more chests maybe, because we've got, how many of these do we have? 5. What if we get rid of those and have like chests here as well? Or do we want more chests or do we want something else? Oh, games tables, not in here, but in the common room area would be really good actually. Maybe over there. We've got kind of a weird extra space. Although it is a bit weird just being in the entrance of the building having like games tables here. Alright, I've just done like various wall decorations in here, making it feel a little bit more academic, you know? In fact, I might even do some of these sort of frame lights, make them feel more important. Well, it just helps light up the room, I think. All right, I don't know if there's anything too crazy, but I don't want to just cram it with stuff for no reason, you know what I mean? I also got the Foxbury crest over there. It could also be a good place for light, like these big lights, maybe somewhere. Not sure. Do we have actually a big wall in here? Oh, actually, yeah, behind, oh wait, what? Well, there should be a, dang it, my wall thing disappeared. My menu, aka wall thing. There you go. Oh yeah, I removed the windows here because I wanted bookcases at the back and it didn't look good. And I figured we can probably do some landscaping there and that'll work. Now in here, we've got the scoreboard for the table. Of course, we need that. Really just get more of these banners and stuff up around the place too, just to, you know, make it seem like we've got decorations and all that. Obviously not Brychester. Gross. But we should be able to get, yeah, like a sort of robotics kind of mechanical kind of thing going on in here. This also had like a, yeah, sure, why not? Looks good. I think one of those is probably Brychester. That's probably Brychester, that one, but I don't really care. It's close enough. It looks good. Yeah, there's some of the school spirit in here. I'm also just playing with the yellow as well, because the Foxbury colors are red and yellow. And I think I do like some of the alternating stuff. I think it's too much for the desks. I think with the desks, I might be better off leaving those red and maybe we just do the chairs yellow. Because I think having the red and, why do we have 2 red desks, by the way? What's the difference? Oh, it's more like red and white rather than red and silver. Okay. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I don't love the alternating desk color. So I think we'll just do the yellow chairs, red desks. Just because I did feel like everything being red was a lot. I like the alternating chairs over there though. I think that's nice. So that's why I've sort of gone through and done that. I think maybe, what if these are, and then these are all yellow? Yeah, maybe that. I think I like that. Okay, oh yeah, I put the podium here. I put the TV a little bit higher so you can see the TV. But yeah, so then we can do debates here. We can have people watching TV here. All that kind of stuff can sort of take place in this area. Now the gym, which is just this tiny little room off to the side, which is all well and good, although it does look kind of weird with the roof above it. I guess because those walls, like, it cuts in. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but maybe we'll just ignore it. We don't have any showers though, so if you're gonna do exercise, then you're gonna stink. And looking at like the layout, there's not really, like, just in terms of where I could build, like I could build over here, I suppose, like bring this out. And maybe that could be part of the bathroom. Let me have a look. Okay, move these games tables. They're gonna have to go over here somewhere. We'll figure it out. Yeah, because I do like the idea of a gym, but we do have to figure out how it's actually gonna work. So obviously we'd have to move this. And then the question is, do we just rotate the way that the bathroom is working right now? It does actually fit this way too, so I could just go ahead and do that and basically just rotate the entire bathroom, including this. I think this should still work basically over here. Oh. Okay, apparently can't do that. I'll just clone it and then just move this door to the middle rather than off to the side. And look, it probably makes sense having one door as well anyway, rather than multiple. And I'll have it open the other way, just so it sort of opens towards the sink and not the toilets. Okay, and then we can have showers over this way, which should work, right? Do these lockers have, I was kind of hoping they had an orange. There's no like shower icon, so I guess I'll just leave it. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, we do have a lot of space just here now that's got nothing in it, but I guess it is what it is. So I found out in my Let's Play, these showers, you can shower in the same room with other Sims and they don't get embarrassed unless you're a teenager, which normally wouldn't matter, but because if you have high school years and you graduate high school early and then enroll in university while you're still a teenager, it's really annoying because you can't then shower in these kind of showers, which a lot of the dorms have, or at least it's set up that way. So anyway, that's interesting. I don't know why I did these because it does not look good. I think I'll just get rid of these because they've got a huge gap at the bottom. I mean, I don't really need to do it. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Now, what's happening in here? Because we've kind of got this little nook here, right? That's sort of underneath. Let me also just do our blank blue wall because I think this is a good starting point for the walls. Oop. No, sorry. I didn't mean to cover those glass walls. Well, okay, so you come in, like if this is our main entrance, or, well, yeah, it is our main entrance because you spawn over here. Well, I'll move this crest. I think we just put it out here, to be honest. Maybe we can do these outside. It's kind of fun. It's kind of random. Oh, actually, you know what? Up here. Inside, up here. Like, it's way up high. I don't know. It's just kind of a fun element way up in the roof. And do we use, like, these? Because those are our Foxbury colors. Or maybe the circles, actually, just because they don't have a trim on the bottom. Do we like that, or does that look dumb? I think that looks dumb. I think I would just do maybe this wall. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Yeah, that looks miles better. So much better. Yeah, let's get rid of that ceiling light and that one, and oh, actually that one can stay. There is a ceiling there. We could this could actually be like a room here. Like I know it's open from above, but then what I'm thinking is we just wall it in so then at least it has like some sort of visual separation, but we slap in a huge archway, so it's still like open. And I don't want to add another archway here just because then they might just like cut through, and I kind of want them to walk in the main area, right? Maybe just do a window. I don't know why it's so dark in there and like no light is transferring, but it's kind of annoying. But anyway, yeah, why there's no light transference, I don't know. Maybe if I do that, because now I actually don't mind if that then does become like a games room, right? Like, would that be interesting, or is that weird? Okay, I did just go with this in the end. It might be a little random that there's just a games table in there. Also, I guess I don't need that window anymore. But I do kind of like it. I try to make it look more like a little club space. So you got like banners and all that in there. So maybe it's, I don't know, some games club or something. Look, I don't know. I think that'll work nicely. Now, I should also just out the front here, maybe just get some banners and stuff for the different things like going on, you know. We also have like this kind of thing, but I don't know where I'd even put this. I mean, maybe over here. There's landscaping still to be done. But I just want like university decorations around, just getting some of the society posters down there, almost like maybe the like ads for those like activities or whatever they are. Society? What's it called? I don't know. Should we make, maybe we'll make this look more like a little stage as well for our little debate area. I think that'd be nice. Did that mess anything up? I feel like it probably did, but it's hard to say. Who knows? Unable to raise platform. Why? Is it because of this? All right, if something's disappeared somewhere, I have no idea, because placing those platforms Just here was so glitchy. I have no idea if anything survived, and I don't know what happened. Also, I don't know why this column is not touching the ground. There we go, now it is. All right, get some sweet stage lights for the debates when they're happening. Should we maybe have like, because like I imagine this is where you could have the two different schools against each other, right? Like Team Brychester and Team. I think I need more room here too. Are they a little close? I don't know. I'll rotate it. Oh, I was gonna say I rotate it a little bit, but then it falls down. Oh, dang it, game. There you go, a little debate club kind of thing. Suppose I could do debate posters, but I kind of like them being like the two different schools, you know? Can I do a planter under here? Is that crazy? Does that even work? Not like let's actually grow plants planter, but like, oh, it's gonna be a little tight like this. Can I do a fence under here? Oh, I can. And then I was just thinking, just do that and just have like something, I don't know, some greenery under there just for funsies. Or alternatively, a pool. Yeah, I like that. I'll just need to change that to a half wall so people don't try to swim in it. Because they definitely will try to get in this if they can. Okay, also it's not really supposed to be, if I could make it the depth of a fountain, I would. But you can't put fountains inside, so, all right, just so you know. How big is the water jet? Like if I just have that. Oh yeah, that's all right. It's a bit of fun. Little fountain in there. Yeah, go on then. Yeah. How about we just do like a normal kind of statue, like cool astronaut statue. It's still a display piece. I added a couple of little plants over there just to fill that space in. And I think we're looking pretty good down here now. Let's go to nighttime. Yeah, we need lights in here. Yeah, that's better. All right. Do I want to do, maybe it could be red over here because we got all the blue carpet over there. Maybe we should just make it full on red over here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, the gym, quote unquote gym, which is very lacking in equipment. Oh, I don't want that there. Can these actually go this way? It'd probably just fit better. Then I could probably get 3 of them here. Have 2 of those over that side. It'd just be nice to be able to see out, but what does that look like if I just do that? It looks a little silly, so maybe instead of that we use the windows. These ones. Don't know if I love those either. I mean, it makes sense to have them facing this way, but there's not enough room to have them facing out that window. So maybe they just don't. I mean, it's just a gym. You get what you're given, all right? We'll do like this sort of rubber tile floor. Ooh, red for Brychester. I mean, Foxbury. There's like soccer team maybe. I don't know. Can do some soccer training in here. Sure, why not? A few little flags. So there's no ceiling in the middle, but there are ceilings on the side. So I think we'll just do pretty simple lights on the sides like this. I mean, maybe I'll just leave it like that. Because I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, I could just put more stuff. Sure, we can always have more stuff on the wall. There you go. A Brychester one. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying Brychester. Get a Foxbury one. They're the same height. It's hard to tell, honestly. Need plenty of school spirit posters around the place. Very nice. All right, it's looking pretty good. So then if the walls, this is how I would play. Like I just want it to look nice and interesting. There are a lot of lights everywhere though. Man, it's kind of annoying. It's not that bad though. I guess I can make them smaller if I need to. But I think then that completes basically let's have a look. I mean, we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got everything we need. I think that completes like the interior of the downstairs. And then, like I said, upstairs is mostly decorative. I don't even know if I'll actually put stuff in here. I think I will. Let me just remove those big placeholder lights everywhere. Huh? Oh, the doors, right. I was like, why can't I put it here? The doors are there. Because apparently a tiny little ceiling spotlight can't go where a door is. Now this has a ceiling everywhere except for that section, so we can just put lights basically wherever we want. That should be enough, I think. I think the same in this area. Yeah, it's all got a ceiling. There's a completely useless glass bridge out here, but it looks very cool. Don't mind the glitching windows because we had to layer them up to get them to work. All right, one thing I do kind of want to figure out is because we got the telescope up there, kind of want to use that. I think that'd be kind of fun. But how do we get up here? Because obviously we got this huge area here. I mean, can I just stack stairs here? Could we potentially just go here and go up? Because that'd be kind of sick, actually. So I'll do this, and then where is it? Hard to see. Where are these going? That should. Oh, right. You can't intersect a fence on the bottom edge. You can on the top edge. Yeah, that's what I gotta try and figure out is how to get this to, because I need to remove that fence, but also, yeah, see now this is not a room. What if I do a spandrel? I know the spandrel's massive at the moment, just give me a sec. I'm cooking. So yeah, these get stacked like that, okay? So if I can get this to work with the cutouts looking correct, please tell me I can get rid of that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Oh wait, maybe now? Oh, dang it. I figured because they're joined together, it would work. It did not. I think we need some like column probably here visually because it looks like there's no support. Yeah, that's probably better. This spandrel is all that protects us. Anyway, so that comes up here. Okay. I'll figure out the lower bit in a second. Okay, I think I got it to work. I did spend a lot of time messing around with it. We do have one glass wall that kind of has to be here, which is kind of annoying because it is kind of weird to have a wall there. But if I remove it, this roof that comes through does not get cut out, so it looks really silly. So we're just gonna leave that there. That's just how it is. Anyway, we got all the floor open. We got this. We got the spandrel removed. I mean, I think it looks pretty sweet. Oh, actually, I'm missing a little bit of trim there. We got this floating room in there. Well, floating. And then we have this upper landing area, which is currently not. I'm not going to put anything here. I don't think. I mean, maybe we could just do like rugs or just like area carpeting, just like this or something. Just so, like, I mean, it looks like a space. But I don't think I'm going to put anything up here. Like, obviously, Sims. I don't know. I'm curious to see if they're going to wander up here to get that. And I think I'll do like basic decorations, but I'm not even going to do seats up here, I don't think. Like, I think this is just, you know, just a little, basically a glorified hallway. And I think that's going to do. All right, let me go to nighttime. I do have to light up this area a little bit more because there's no ceiling there anymore. So I'm not really sure plan is, unless we go up here maybe. Does this, it doesn't really give us any lighting. It does a little bit, but not really. I'm going to scale these lights down and put them in there. And just make them black. I don't need to put too much light there, just enough so it's not like pitch black. All right, it's pretty good. I might just do the same in these rooms. I was gonna put, maybe I could put some desks in here. And if people end up using them and it's like kind of annoying, I think those tables actually, then we can just remove the chairs or place the chairs so they can't actually sit on them. There you go. It's basically just like just a study room. I mean, I would probably put more stuff in here if we were actually gonna use these, but I'm just gonna leave them as blank tables so then you get the idea, you know, like, oh, look, there's stuff up there, cool. Now, let's go back to daytime, because there's no windows or anything up here, and it looks kind of silly. There's also no plants or anything. I'm gonna do some nice flowers up there. I think I'll keep it really simple. Again, because I don't really want them using this space. Like, this is just for the aesthetics and the aesthetics alone, right? So, I don't know if these look random just in the middle. All right, maybe if I make this smaller, actually, it might look a little bit better. Oh, that's a bit better, actually. All right, just some windows there. Don't really need it, but it just looks really blank on the outside, so that's why I'm adding them. All right, nice little bit of lighting there. Oh, actually, I just realized I could do ceiling lights because there is a ceiling right there. Which actually, I think I'll do this underneath. Speaking of ceiling. Also, how come some ceilings are concrete and then others are like the drywall? I don't understand what causes it to just randomly change. Like sometimes the game would just be like, nah, this one's gonna be concrete. No reason, just felt like it. All right, this area here, I want to probably do something a little bit more overgrown. And I'm wondering if, like, not like crazy, but okay, that might be too crazy even for my liking. Actually, I think are these the ones they're sort of using in the world? Because there's like, similar. I think they're a slightly different color. Do they have a different color? No. I like these. These are good. Nice and bushy. Oh, there you go. There is like a vine that actually goes flat on the building. Oh, actually, hang on. But if I put the balls down, yeah, no, that'll be annoying. No. Get that out of here. Now, can I do a little fountain in there? Will it let me? Oh, it's gonna delete that roof. Okay, well, I'm gonna do what I had on the other side of the building where we have the head sort of going around like this. So I think that looks pretty good. So we got that over there. And then I had like a little fountain. I don't know what's happening in this spot though, or any of these spaces. They're just kind of random things open at the moment because there was like landscaping here. Hang on, let's do this. We'll just turn that into a big garden and then maybe this can be a garden as well. Or a fountain. Or maybe this should be a bigger fountain here. We're gonna do like a little circle fountain thing. Or if we just like arranged bushes like that. Like, yeah, it's just like a garden. It's not supposed to be like anything out of this world. Could get one of those there just to sort of give a little bit of height out the front. It's kind of interesting. I don't want to overdo it though, because obviously we got all these trees around as well. Wait, can this just go to the wall? That'd be easier. Okay, it can. Just fix the hedge, obviously. All right, it's looking pretty good. I think we obviously just need to do a few things around here. I think honestly, some of those tall trees again are probably a good idea. Maybe we do like I know those beds are each different sizes, but kind of interesting, I guess, right? Maybe. We get a crest out here. It's just a big white wall. Like I feel like like a cool mural or something on it would be sweet. Any cool kind of wall we could put on it? It just kind of looks goofy though when you do something like that. And then maybe this can have more of a defined edge, which I think is quite nice. Actually, I could probably do that over here. That would probably help this. Just give it a little bit more definition to what it is. Maybe even this as well. Maybe even this. Yeah, that does look nice actually. I feel like this probably should just line up with that, right? Because that looks kind of weird that it doesn't. Oh, I can get a bigger one. Yeah. And a medium jet in the middle. I don't know what that looks like, but we're going to give it a go. All right. And then over here, because this is like the entrance. This is like sort of where you actually load into the lot. And I feel like something should be here. It kind of just feels a little empty. I can get a little hedgerow in there. And then, yeah, I don't want anything massive here because then it just blocks your view. So I don't want to like get in the way. Oops. Kind of similar idea that I've got over there. But I do think this little corner kind of looks weird. I like that one, but maybe this needs to be something else. Maybe just another one of these. Yeah. I was going to light up the tree, but it doesn't really catch light. You put this here and it like, doesn't really do anything. So I'll leave that. I think here I will do... God. Why are people sleeping outside here? You know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna ask questions. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? No, I do still want to do some outside lighting, of course. We do have some lighting in the fountains, which has gotten a little bit messed up since I changed their sizes. So I'll just adjust this one. Got a few in there. I think that one's okay. That's inside. All right. Oh, this one doesn't have a wall. I put walls around everything except for this one. I'm not going to do it in front of the hedges, I don't think. I think I'll just attach to the wall there. Because yeah, I think if I do one there, it might be too much. Okay, that's looking good. I still want to get some more wall lights because like here is really dark. Do a couple like that. And then we do have a school crest over here that's just not lit up at all. Now it's also interesting because I've centered it to the whole wall here, but I'm going to center it to this little garden bed so it's not centered to that wall. And then we should probably also do this intermediary garden bed here as well, which I have not done yet. All right, nice little garden bed on the way up. Okay, camera. There are buildings in this world. I kind of wish, like, why does it make my camera do that? Can I just move the building out of my way so I can see? Anyway, whatever. All right, nice light there. That looks so cool. I'm very happy with that. Nice and light around the back. Over here is looking good. We could do some of the, actually, this little end bit here, I don't like how dark it is. My lights are all at different heights, I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't actually mind that, but we'll make these ones similar. Anyway, I was gonna say, we can get these ones. They just don't really do anything. They're more just aesthetic, because it doesn't really provide any light at all. So did we wanna just put, oh, you know what, actually what we could do? This seems like it'll fit here pretty nicely. Now, obviously that's the Brightchester one, so we'll change that in a second. Do we just want that there, just for funsies? Yeah, we can always remove that. All right, I think that's it. I guess I should just quickly test some of the things that we added in. Make sure it actually all works. So I guess I want to test the juice pong. Well, someone's watching. Oh no, you're going to bed. So someone's watching TV, but no, they're going to bed. Oh, you're going to bed as well. Yeah, everyone's just napping. All right, juice pong seems like it is working, which is good. Oh, my debate podium is gone. This is why we test. Yeah, I was doing a lot of stuff over here, so I'm not surprised. There may be other things that have disappeared, I am not sure. But yes, we should definitely test this podium as well, because it is kind of placed in a precarious manner. Anyway, that works. Practice debating. All right, that does work, fantastic. And I'm gonna presume all of these work, but I do just want to check, because I did sort of clip in some of these items to them. All right, robotics, that one's working. Just go over to this one. Oh, that banner stays visible, sorry, because the platform is there. That's nice. All right, that one works. Go to this one. Yep. I don't know why they wouldn't, but yeah, I did put all these items in there, so I just want to make sure that it's all working. That's good. TV's working because someone's watching. Oh, someone's in the gym. Fantastic. Let me just go do some research. I don't know why this wouldn't work, but oh, just good to check. All right, and I presume computers are still working, or at least those ones are. Everyone seems a little bit more spread out now because there's actually more stuff around the place. Everyone is napping though. I don't know. I guess because I've just been here for a while. So everyone's napping. But yeah, this is our lot. I am pretty stoked with this. I mean, this is by far and away better than the original. Is it gonna be more fun to play in? I don't know. Did I put too much in? Are things too tall? I don't know. I am gonna be playing this in my Let's Play series, so we're gonna see how it goes. But I love the look of it. I guess we'll do an extended playtest in my Let's Play series and see how it all works out. People are definitely eating here. They're definitely doing their homework, so it is functioning how it should, which is really, really good, and everything does work, so I'm very happy with that. And then the overall look of the building is pretty sweet. And I think it definitely matches in with Foxbury. I mean, we took inspiration from that building over there, and then the dorms as well. So I think that all came together really, really nicely. That's really cool. I'm really, really happy with this. I did spend a long time on the structure itself, and then I guess just all the stairs and corridors and hallways up here. Good news is I don't see anyone wandering around up here, although you are napping up here. Maybe it might be a good idea to remove that if people keep trying to nap up there. Just the bench. It's just a bench. They seem to love napping, and look at them out there. What? Oh look, someone's using that table. That's nice. Oh, I'm using the gym. Fantastic. I'm really glad that's. Oh, they're playing juice. Oh, this is great. This is really, really good. All right, I do just want to test that if this thing up here works. So can I even get up here first of all? Oh wait, I was going to go observe the sky anyway. I didn't even do that. Yeah! All right, that I presume means it works. All right, observe the sky. So we get to walk across the bridge. Oh, look at this. Yes, that's cool. Oh. No. Oh, there we go. Yeah! All right, that's sweet. I love that. There's a little smidge of roof there that's not painted. Is it this one? What is that? I think it is this one, actually. Yeah. Well, I think that is the new Foxbury Commons. That's just what I'm going to call it. I think that makes sense. So I hope you enjoyed this build video. Make sure to click the link down below to go check it out if you want to download it as well. Otherwise, you can go to my gallery, James Turner YT. It'll be on there. And again, this is just base game and Discover University. So if you've got University, this will work. Nothing will be missing. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to my top level members for supporting the channel. And thank you so much for watching. Like I said earlier, make sure to stay tuned for my Let's Play series. I'm doing a Rags to Riches in University at the moment. We've done 2 episodes so far. And then the next one, we're definitely going to be going here and using this and actually playing through everything. Obviously, I've tested all the bits and pieces, but I'm interested to see how it actually holds up in gameplay if I get annoyed by some of the tall things, because that's something that I do find kind of annoying. So if I do end up making any changes, I will post the new versions as well. So you should always be able to find the latest one. But so far, I'm happy with this. It's looking good and I'm excited to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time and have an awesome day.